it all started with Scott as a 13 or 14-year-old having a motorbike and a push bike. And the motorbikes there was more danger in them, I thought, and these BMX bikes seemed to be very practical to enjoy, for boys to enjoy things. They were less expensive, obviously. Everybody could afford them. The biggest problem, of course, in those days was that there was no such thing as a proper BMX bike. There was dragster bikes. Well, I just looked at Scott playing around the roads, jumping over gutters and whatnot else, and damaging some of the wheels that he had. And so I just sort of automatically fell into the trap, if you'd like to call it, that BMX was the answer. But we didn't know much about it. Scott had read magazines and sort of briefly told me about it. We went as a family to America, and there we saw, travelling on the highway, a whole field of BMX bikes participating in a sort of an ad hoc bicycle race meeting. I saw a chap out of a little truck selling BMX bikes. He didn't seem to have full bikes, but he had handlebars and grips and tyres and tubes and some of the safety equipment that they had to have. And that's how it sort of appealed to me, that it was probably had a bit of merit, but I really didn't think of it as a business. I just thought of it as a good thing to keep the young fellas organised and occupied and off the street. By the time I came along, it was 1978, this chap convinced me that bicycles were better than motor cars. I didn't think it really did rate, but as we've seen over the years, he proved me wrong. Well, I had no intentions of looking into it at the time because I had a car business that was successful in Brisbane here, so I just went along with whatever he said. The chap's name that I met there was a chap by the name of Howie Cohen. We just sort of clicked, and the next thing is he said, look, you're in a business situation. Let me show you what's going on with this business behind the scenes. So he said to me, what about I take you around with me and introduce you to some of the people I do business with?